Hello folks. Today I want to talk about something that I'd like to do because there's some fog. So I'm going to add rear fog lights. So this is something that on US spec vehicles is not common. Pretty normal on a German spec vehicle, and this is a headlight switch out of a German spec vehicle. As you'll notice, it has a fog light switch. So I'm going to install this, and then I'm going to code the rear fog light switch. And let's cross our fingers, hope it works. And if so, we'll have rear fogs, and so when the car goes back to Germany, we'll have rear fog lights. Stay tuned. So typically you're going to want to use a pry tool, something like this. So what you'll want to do when you go to take it out, you want to come between the edge of the dash and you want to firmly get in there and then just snap up. There's a snap on right here and on the other side. Once you do that, this part will just pull right out, just like so. So you'll have to be really careful with the plug. There's a little piece right here that keeps the plug from coming out. You'll have to pry between the plug and this area and kind of stretch it just a little and then pull the plug at the same time. And then that'll release the plug for you. Same procedure here. So you want to pop this one out, and you want to pop the other one out. So I'm going to do this with the microfiber very carefully. And then it's going to slide toward the center, and there it is. So there's a plug that sits right up inside of here. You'll have to pay attention to that. You'll want to unplug this, and then you'll notice that number 9 right there and number, what would that be, 10, 11, 12. So 9 and 12 are both blanks. So what we'll want to do is we'll want to go into number 9 here, and then we'll want to run number 9 all the way over to the left fog light, and then I believe 12 would be this fog light. So and then the opposite one is the ground, which we can just run that to ground. We'll find a good ground for it, and I'll show that to you in a moment. So next you'll remove this little dirt protector, whatever you want to call it. You will now have access. You'll see the inside bumper. And in the top portion there, you see the wire. We're going to attach our additional wire to that wire and run it all the way over to the left-hand fog light hole, which is right there. And there's how I ran my wiring. Instead of using there's how I ran the wiring over to the fog lamp, and that's that. So instead of running the ground wire or splicing into the existing, I use this as a ground. It appears to have a good ground, and that's that. So the fog light is one piece that you of course need. Here's the part number. And you also need to purchase a connector, which we're going to take those two wires, that ground wire I just showed you, and the wire that went to the other plug. Those two wires, of course, get connected to the fog light via a connector. And so here's that connector that you'll also need to purchase. So here's one method that you can code your fog lights. Now, what I did is coded the entire BDC body module to be a European vehicle, and then I went back and reverted the pieces that did not need to be European. But you can follow this instruction right here that you're seeing, and that should get your fog lights going. So there's the fog light on the X4. It's located here, not here. So hopefully this was a helpful video for you. Now, that being said, the X3 is a little different in the respect that the fog lights are actually integrated into the taillights. So you won't have to purchase any kind of lighting. But the difference is you don't have that plug in the back where you could just run a short wire to your fog lights. So you're going to have to run your wire all the way to the front, to the BDC module, which is in the passenger side. And I made a video on turn signals, getting amber turn signals to work on a US spec car, and it's kind of that same procedure, so you could take a look at that video and see where you're going to have to run your wire. Now, that being said, I hope this was a good video. If you liked it and it was helpful at all, then go ahead and give me a thumbs up, ring the bell, send me a comment, what have you. Take care.